Welcome back to IntyCenter, everybody, for another whip around Fideuce. We start this week with a question. What kind of season has it been for the bandwagoners? The kind of season where Leroy Matlock can give up one run on 3 hits and lose because Old Hoss tossed a 2-hit shutout and Eddie Collins' solo homer to lead off the 9th and walk it off was the only run in this game. Just an absolute fucking classic, a 1-0 game that ends with a walk-off homer. Another question. What kind of season has it been for Ciorak Steel Tiger Cranes? The kind where they give up a lot of runs and get punched in the face. Denny McLain got chased in the 5th inning. He gave up 8 runs on 9 hits and 4 2/3 innings of work. Mickey Cochrane and Chris Sale, both homer for the Yodas. They beat the Cranes 11-1. And what kind of season has it been for Bullet Rogan? A 7 innings pitched, 1 run on 1 hit kind of season. Rogan also with 2 hits in that game. Northern Shores take the opener from Sithy 3-1. And one more thing from the opening set of games here. Much like the Mexican pizza at Taco Bell, Fernando Mania is back. Fernando Valenzuela with a 5-hit shutout of the Orange Barrels. Ken Griffey Jr. drives in a pair. And the Demon Bags take the opener in their series 5-0. Another day, another 11 runs given up by Ciorak. This time it's Bob Turley getting chased early. He goes out in the 3rd inning. He gives up 5 runs on 7 hits and 2 2/3 innings of work. Homers from Byron Buxton and Norm from Cheers lead the way. The Yodas take that one 11-2. One day, you can't score off the Demon Bags. The next day, they can't score at all. Cherokee Fisher gave up 1 run in 5 1/3 innings starting the game. Roger Clemens, Gabe White, and Flash Gordon hold the Demon Bags scoreless from there. The Orange Barrels even the series with a 4-1 win. The nightcap of a doubleheader, Let's Play 2 and Amazings. They decided to give the fans a little dramatic flair like Donny Osmond. Let's Play 2 got a pinch hit RBI double from Mark McGuire, who scored on a groundout from Paul Molitor. Then they get a game-tying solo homer from Roberto Clemente in the bottom of the 9th. That ties the game at 4. We head to the 11th where Buster Posey gets a 3-run homer off Heel's favorite, Phil Niekro. Sam McDowell then works the bottom of the inning in scoreless fashion. Amazings take the game and sweep the doubleheader. Bob Gibson was good. 7 innings pitched with 2 runs allowed on 6 hits. Smokey Joe Wood was better. 8 innings of 1 run, 5-hit baseball. Sithy take game 2, even that series. They win that one 2-1. And since apparently I made a habit of putting 1-run Heels losses as game of the week, I got to keep myself to recapping this one on IntyCenter so we can get back to where it's safe to put those 1-run Heels losses back on the game of the week. Anyways, Jeff Kent starts this game with a bang, a leadoff homer to open the game, a quick 1-0 lead for the bandwagoners. We go back and forth all game, and it's tied at 5 after 9 innings. 11th inning, we get a solo homer from Pete Rose to put the bandwagoners on top 6-5. Pete Rose bets it was over at that point in time. It wasn't. How's Heels going to blow this one? A Francisco Cordero wild pitch with 2 outs in the bottom of the 11th scores Eddie Collins and ties it at 6. You can't make this shit up. The sim hates Heels. Mickey Mantle with an RBI single in the 12th put the bandwagoners back on top. It could have been more, but Joe Torre gets thrown out at the plate to end the inning. Judy calls on Rod Beck. Heels, avert thine eyes. He gives up a tying homer to Willie McCovey on the first pitch he throws. We go to the 14th. Heath Bell hits Collins to load the bases with 2 outs. He then walks Barry Bonds to end the game. The walk-off walk breaks Heels' heart again. The enhancers take that one 8-7. Elsewhere, Jesse Tannehill, absolutely masterful as he scatters hits and gets the Stone Temple Seattle Pilots to leave men on base. He gave up 9 hits in his 5 innings of work, but he only allowed 3 runs. It was all for naught, though, as Zach Greinke went 8 innings, gave up 2 runs on 5 hits, and Dazzy Vance works a perfect ninth to seal the win for the Pilots. We told you in thread that Ciorek got a win finally. Could they find a way to push their winning streak to 2 games? No. No, they could not. Justin Verlander had a good debut for his new team. He gave up 3 runs on 8 hits in 6 innings. But Felix Hernandez, just a bit better, gives up 2 runs on 7 hits over 7 innings. Every City bandwagoners take that one 5-2. Larry Walker hit a 3-run homer, and Dick Allen hit a solo shot. That was just enough as the Enhancers eked out a win in their series opener. They topped the Pilots 5-4. Ed Walsh, dominant in getting his team a series opening win. He goes 9 innings, gives up 1 run on 4 hits. Gales in November get 3 RBI from Christian Yelich. They top Game of Throws 4-1. Clayton Kershaw, good. Damn good. A complete game, giving up 1 run on 3 hits. The bandwagoners get a homer off Jeff Kent. They down Ciorek 4-1. And how about Cleveland's own Ed Delahunty driving in 4 runs? Heavy Johnson hits a late 2-run homer. Stone Temple Seattle Pilots outpower performance enhancers to win 8-5. And this one wasn't a doubleheader, but Let's Play 2 and Cynthia Vosenard basically played one in the middle game of their series. Warren Spahn was cruising until he wasn't. He gives up 3 runs in the 8th to tie the game at 6. We'd stay tied at 6 stay there for a long, long time. A long, long time. All the way to the 15th inning when a walk-off single from Earl Averill scores the winning run. It ends that game after 4 hours and 58 minutes. That gives me a chance to remind everyone that in the current version of OOTP, our sim, we can use the Manfred Man rules in extra innings. And that sound you just heard was Amazing B having a heart attack and an aneurysm at the same time at the mere mention of it. Last day of sims this time, performance enhancers. They rally late against the Pilots. Paul Wainer hits a sac fly in the bottom of the 8th. That pulls him within 3-2. Barry Bonds hits a 2-out solo homer in the 9th to tie it at 3. But the enhancers don't get the last laugh. Stone Temple Seattle Pilots laugh last, getting a pair of runs in the 14th inning on a 2-run double from Ketel Marte. They take the game 5-3 after 14 innings. Family Madrigal, they get a 4-run 8th inning. All 4 of those runs coming unearned, by the way, to stun Amazings and take the win with a 7-5 victory. They get the sweep at home. A Nolan Arenado error that should have been second out of the inning opened the floodgates. Babe Ruth melts down on the mound, melts down in the press conference after the game. And that's going to do it for IntyCenter this week. Lots of action on IntyCenter, lots of action around Fideuce, and we'll see you next time for another whip around Fideuce.